Hey everybody, welcome back to the Gridiron Gals podcast. I'm Rita, the NFL chick.
And hey everyone, it's Chels, aka Chelsea's right.
We are eclipsing week 3 of the NFL season. It is on the way. So we are 2 games in, lots of football to go. So obviously we have to talk about a couple of things that happened last week. Chels's Cowboys. Man, that was a thriller. So I caught the tail end of it. And then I started seeing the statistics with Russell Wilson in terms of like with the Giants, because I was like, whoa, they scored how many points? What? Like, what is going on here?
I'm telling you,
So,
telling you.
so that game went into literally the end of OT with the Cowboys winning. But if you caught us last week, you heard us make some comments about Russell Wilson and about his time being up in the National Football League and how he should just be a stay-at-home dad. I think Russell Wilson didn't like the disrespect. So this young man threw over 400 yards passing and a thriller against the Cowboys, in which the Cowboys kicked the field goal to put it in the overtime at the last second. But the Giants were leading at one point. So, Chels, do you still feel the same way about Russell Wilson? Or do we think that he's preserved his spot as the starter for at least another week?
Oh, he saved his spot. He absolutely saved his spot. And what I have learned is that week 1 is not something that you should be making all of these comments about. And I told that man his goose was cooked and everything, and he said, "Hold my beer."
He did. He did.
He sliced that secondary. Malik Neighbors had Trayvon Diggs on the ropes.
Lord have mercy.
On
Lordy Lord.
the ropes. I felt bad for the boy. He was always 4 steps behind that man. Um, but I mean, that would have been one of Russell Wilson's best games ever had they won. Had they won, he was looking like Russell that went to the Super Bowl that year. But then the real Russell did show up at the end. He did show up at the end. So we are the Cowboys nation is very grateful for the Giants for hand delivering that win, because we did not earn that win. Well, you know what? Let me back that up. Let me not say that, because Dak has been playing very well for the second week in a row. Dak Prescott has been playing well for the second week in a row. And I feel like sometimes it's almost taboo to actually talk about how well Dak is playing. But Dak is playing well, and they were going at it. But that offense really could not get going at first. A lot of three and outs, a lot of, it's just they looked disorganized. But when it came down to it, Dak did what he had to do. And if you did watch the game, you saw in overtime when he was able to get that last little bit of yards. They was gonna let old boy kick Brandon Aubrey kick it from 69 yards, and their brother probably would have made it.
Might have.
He probably would have made it,
Might
but
have.
but but they were able to, Dak was able to, and what he told us reporters, I told you I could run. So yeah, it ended up being, I don't even, if I was not a fan, I would have been like, that's probably one of the best games I've ever seen. As a fan, finished a whole half a bottle of liquor.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
right.
Mm-hmm.
They did not do me right. They did not do me right, but it was a good game. Good job, Russell Wilson. You saved yourself. And speaking of premature celebrations, Malik Neighbors decided that he wanted to do the night night. Now you're mean. Now you a mean. Now
Now
the
you a
people
mean
in your
brother.
face. Now you're in the mean. Now you're mean. Now everybody is like, hey, hey, hey. What would you? He said, oh, I knew the game wasn't over. I was just doing that, saying that. No, 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 no.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
know what the night night means. We know
Yes.
what the night night means. And the night
Yes.
night means this game is over.
Yes.
And I mean, you probably thought that. It was only
I
like
mean, but this
four
is
fucking
why
steps.
it's 60 minutes. This is why, look, the Ravens ain't teach y'all nothing, did they? Nothing. Not a
Talk
damn
about
thing.
it. Talk about it. Talk
Didn't teach
about
y'all
it.
shit.
Oh well.
And now look at you.
Now look at
Mean.
you. You are mean. You
I
are mean.
mean,
And he played lights out. But now you're mean because you wanted to go night night.
Oh, I'm trying to tell you, y'all gotta calm down with these like early celebrations. If the clocks don't say 000, it is not over, and that's what it is. All right, keeping up with the Giants. Y'all done stole my man Jadeveon Clowney from me. I wanted him back in Baltimore, but I guess the Cowboys had bigger ideas. They
Kind of
signed
needed
him.
him maybe a little
Now we needed
bit.
him too. What you talking about?
Well, I mean, listen. If y'all keep running Derrick Henry like you did before, you wouldn't need him. You wouldn't. He wouldn't even be out there. Y'all don't seem to want. Do you want? Hey, I'll trade you.
Oh my God. Oh my God! I'm just trying to tell you, Fred. I listen. Now you can't have Derrick Henry. You had an opportunity to have Derrick Henry, and
We
you didn't
did.
take. You
It
did
did
not
not.
take that
Did
opportunity.
not.
So
Did
that is
not.
not our problem. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
You know what I mean? So hey, I can't
Yeah.
do nothing about that. But
Yeah.
I am happy for him. I love Clowney. I think he's a big part of, where he can absolutely help. Everybody knows that Clowney don't love training camp, so it doesn't surprise me that he signed in the season during the season because we know he likes to skip camp. It is what it is. So yeah. But how you feeling about it? I guess is my point.
I think we had to do something. I think that we saw in 2 games that lack of a pass rush is an issue.
Mm-hmm.
And we need somebody. eh, Honestly, like, and I mean, everybody's like, he's not Micah Parsons. Well, of course he's not Micah Parsons. No one is Micah Parsons,
No one is
but you
Michael
need
Parsons.
somebody. You need somebody that you can at least have a small amount of fear about.
Mm-hmm.
And you can say, oh, Jadavian is 32 and whatever, and he ain't no good, and we ain't worried about him. That's what I want you to think.
Yep. Yep.
I want you to do just that because in his last full season, would he have 9.5 sacks or something? So, hey, I want you to
Mm-hmm.
think that you don't have to do to account for him. And
Yep.
that's all I want is to shift bodies. That's all of this is. Is we just football is moving bodies around,
Yeah.
moving bodies around. And I just all I want you to do is shift some bodies. And the people that's really gonna be happy is the people that was barbecue chicken in the last game.
Barbecue chicken alert.
They gonna be real happy that you got somebody that can relieve some of that pressure up front.
Barbecue chicken alert. So yes,
Mm,
1000%. Like you definitely feel like you can get a little bit more out of your defense when you have
hmm
a guy like Jadeveon Clowney. You know what I'm saying? Being there, I
Yep.
think it's important. I think it's really important to have a pass rush. And you're right. I mean, no, he's not Micah Parsons. He's never going to be Micah Parsons. But Micah Parsons is his own. He's like in his own territory, and Jadeveon Clowney to me is you can you're good with that. I think.
Yeah.
I think you can be good with that. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Let's talk about Justin Fields and Caleb Williams. Okay. So do we think we have seen the Browns? I mean the Bears at this point, and we realize that the Bears are just not a good football team, essentially from top to bottom.
Yeah.
I believe that they're 0-2 now. They have been in a situation where they they've put weapons around Caleb Williams, but that offensive line, similarly to in my opinion, to the Bengals, where they feel like, oh, we are good. We don't need to do this. We don't need to do that. I It feels very Justin Fieldish like, because Justin Fields is at the Jets now. We know he was with the Steelers last year and he started for the Steelers. I did not see the game last week against the Bills, but we know he got hurt. But in week one against the Steelers, I thought he looked really good. Do we think that this is a Caleb Williams problem, Chels, or do we think that this is a Bears development of quarterback issue?
I think it is the Bears issue currently, but I think it is a league wide issue in general.
Okay.
And I think that people want ready made, they want fast food when they want a quarterback. It's not like where it should be sitting down waiting for a nice steak or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
want fast food, they want immediate reactions, but they also want the quarterback to be all encompassing, and they don't build up the team around them, build up that offense around them. And here it is, the Bears organization about to make the exact same mistake they made with Justin Fields with Caleb Williams.
Yep.
And like, I don't know what else you can tell people. Like, the quarterback is not Captain America. The quarterback is not Superman.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of quarterbacks who would have had way better careers if their organizations had have developed them more and had have build them around build that offensive line up to be able to protect them better.
Yep.
Russell Wilson may have another ring.
Yep.
Tony Romo might have a ring. The Cowboys didn't get real interested in beefing up that offensive line until later in Romo's career, and the list can go on and on. And so I think that we're just seeing it more recently and more concentrated with the Bears organization, because here we are. This is back to back.
Yeah.
This is back to back. So like, you guys really, they really have to do something. And we've seen Caleb Williams play, just like we saw Justin Fields play, but Caleb Williams was the man,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um, on a team where the defense was just like, we don't, what we need to be out here for,
Mm-hmm.
and so, but it's not like that in the NFL.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like that. So, it sucks. I mean, it really sucks for him. And I think Justin Fields has I was getting ready to say he had a headache, child. Well, he do got a
Yeah.
headache. He,
You wish it was
he in the
nothing more than a
concussion
headache.
protocol. Yeah, I wish it was just a headache, but he in the concussion protocol. But yeah, I think that they just don't take the time to develop players like they should, and this is what happens.
Yeah, and I'm a person that truly believes that like quarterbacks, every quarterback is different. Every quarterback is not ready to
Mhm.
play in NFL ready right away. And I know that what Caleb Williams was doing in college at USC or Oklahoma, we thought that he was prepared for the next level. And then but once he showed you that he wasn't, I think it's okay to like let him sit and just kind of get himself together. You know what I'm saying? You've already had one failed experiment with Justin Fields. That's not worked out. Why are you not taking a different approach, in my opinion, to try to get this young man prepared to play? And, you're not giving your while you did try to give him weapons around him, you're not doing him any favors in terms of up front, which I think is way more important than the weapons that you want to give him on the outside or the running back situation, because they have
Mhm.
DeAndre Swift. But nothing is that you have to try to help this kid. In order to do that, you need to set him up with a good offensive line, and they've yet to do that. So, I just think that this is coaching. This is personnel. I'm not saying that
Mhm.
I'm not absolving Caleb Williams for like his mishaps, because I think that it's important, but I think that you have to be clear about like who's responsible for all of this and who's going to be the person that you have to say, okay, we have to step in and try to either save this quarterback so we can save our franchise, or we just have to move along similarly to Justin Fields. And that's the part that I think that I have a problem with the most.
Yeah. Yeah. I
What you
mean,
got going
and
on over there, Frank? You making
huh?
noises.
I made you nervous. I had
No,
to,
no, it's noise. That
oh, you know
microphone.
what
Put
it
that
is?
microphone away, Frank.
It's these earrings banging up against this
Put them.
this
Take them fucking
microphone.
earrings off. We tired of hearing that shit.
Was I clicking and clacking it?
Yes, clicking, clacking, clicking, clacking. We don't want click,
Okay.
clack.
I took one off because I still
Thank you,
got to
Frank.
be cute.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Give me that Apollonia look. There you go. Give me that Apollonia. Okay.
Clicking and clacking over here.
Another team that has not invested in their offensive line is the Cincinnati Bengals, and we know now
Whoa.
that Joe Burrow is going to be out. They say 3 months, but I just can't see Burrow not trying to make it back by the Ravens game. I don't know. Then that's Thanksgiving. I could just be wrong here, but it'd be like 2.5 months at that point. So I'd be curious to see if he tries to find his way back into the lineup. But ultimately, same situation, right? But Joe Burrow is a guy, he's won a national championship. At LSU, he came in and essentially he's not his rookie year he missed a good portion of the season because he tore his ACL. And then he comes back and he gets Jamar Chase. But then, and then also he gets T Higgins and all of these things. So he's not really missed a beat since he's had great players, right? But another thing: that offensive line, poor, horrible.
Poor.
And
Yeah.
so I keep seeing people have conversations like, "Oh, do you try to trade for Kirk Cousins or like bring somebody else in?" And to me, that makes no sense. Like, if that offensive line could do that to Joe Burrow, and you have some chance at a playoffs, what the fuck do you think Kirk Cousins, old Achilles, having ass? Because he just tear his Achilles 2 years ago. What do you think that Kirk Cousins' ass is going to do behind that offensive line?
You're
Please
gonna be on
explain it to me.
you're gonna be on quarter QB4 by October. You, I don't know what people be thinking of. I don't know why people don't make sure that you have a good offensive line. Is it that they don't want to pay them because those left tackles are kind of
I
expensive and
don't
stuff?
know, friend, but
I
you
don't. I
need
don't know
one.
no
Don't you want
centers.
to
You
protect your
need it.
prize?
Yes, it's worth it.
It's worth it. Protect your prized possession at all times. I don't understand. I don't get it. And
That
so
turf toe, I
now,
don't know, dog. I don't think he's gonna be back by nobody's Thanksgiving. They said that's
I,
third-degree turf toe.
hey, because listen, turf toe ain't no joke. People like if you ever had like so I think we saw like Sean McVay tore his plantar fasciitis or whatever, but like not tearing it, but like if you ever had plantar fasciitis, like that pain.
Baby, it
Oh
hurt.
God. Hey friend. Hey friend. You might want to just be like, hey, just off me now.
Take
I don't
the
even know what to
foot.
do with myself.
Take the foot. And I
Take the
had it,
foot.
I had no idea what it was. I had to buy one of those little roller things and that you roll your foot on it. But like I would be just sitting down looking at my foot like, why are you throbbing? I'm not even
Mm-hmm.
putting no pressure on like and I'm not an athlete or anything, yeah. And that was what plantar fasciitis. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, I definitely wouldn't be able to run on this or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that turf toe. And somebody, I can't remember who it was talking about. Was it? Um, I think it was Joel Anderson and Van Latham's podcast on the Ringer, and they were talking about how the term turf toe makes it sound less serious. Like it
Correct.
makes it sound like you got a
Like it's not that bad.
hangnail or it's not that bad. But hey, you just this is it's like your toe has crash landed into the ground and all the ligaments and everything is just you'd be better off breaking your toe.
Real talk. As opposed to like having turf toe. Like
Yeah,
break
you'd
it.
be better off just breaking a toe.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah.
yeah. That's crazy. It's crazy. So why don't we call this young man Mr. Glass? I love how we call all the other ones,
Ah,
particularly the running quarterbacks, Mr. Glass. But we ain't said nothing about this man. This is like his minimum, his third injury that I can recall that he's missed significant time for.
he's had a lot of sick days. He got a hell of
Hmm.
a leave policy. He got a hell of a leave policy.
I need
In
some of them
three
sick
years,
days.
in 3 years, that FMLA is FMLAing. I mean, he is literally always hurt. He
Yeah.
is always hurt. I feel
Yeah.
bad for him. He probably is like, trade me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
need to go somewhere else. They're
Yep.
not going to do anything about it. They done had it. What is this, fourth year? Fourth or fifth year?
Well, he's been in
Uh,
the league since 2000, so this is his 60th season,
Whoa.
actually. Yeah.
Has he had a
I
full
meant to
healthy
say
season?
2020. I'm sorry, 2020. He's been in the league since
Well,
2020.
I knew what you meant by 2000. I don't know why I didn't even catch that either, but
Yeah.
since
Sorry.
2020. So how many full seasons has he had?
Yeah. I think
Maybe
half.
one?
I think half.
Wow.
I think half. Yeah. Yep. I think half.
Well, all right, y'all. I
So,
guess they know what they doing, huh?
yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. That's just how I feel about it. So yeah, we're gonna move along because I just love how we just don't consider Joe Burrow injury prone, even though his history says he's injury prone. So
Hmm.
there is that. All right, Tom Brady and his conflict of interest because I don't care what y'all say, it's a conflict of interest. Tom Brady is the part owner of the Las Vegas Raiders and was in the booth with, I believe, is it Chip Kelly is their offensive coordinator? I think so.
Yeah.
Um, and during the game, the Monday night game against the Chargers. We also know that Tom Brady is a broadcaster for Fox. He is on the first team for Fox, and at one point was not allowed to do, like meetings with the opposing players. And then I think the NFL changed their mind about that. I want to bring this to your attention. Um, an NFL executive that wanted to remain anonymous said, I don't like the idea of him spending time in our building talking to anyone when we are in game plan mode. As a person that's a part owner, I completely understand. So, what uh I'm not the part owner. I'm sorry. I had to say I had to think like, well, I'm not the part owner. As a person like Tom Brady being the part owner, I understand the sentiment of the NFC exec for saying that. What are your thoughts on Tom Brady essentially double dipping his chip?
Even if you don't think it's a conflict of interest, you got to admit that it looks very, very suspect. It looks very, very weird. I think that this is unprecedented and the NFL does not know what to do about it. And this year is just going to be funky and weird. Next year, they're going to have to put some stipulations in place. And that's going to be a lot of restrictions. Like he should, you know, minimal games. I'm sorry, but like you cannot have any kind of access that another part owner would not have, especially one that is as savvy about football. That's essentially a football savant like Tom Brady, like somebody who they only need just a little bit, especially if the team has a hard time, winning and things like that. And I don't know the relationship between he and Pete Carroll. I don't know how intrusive he is or whatever, but like it's really a bad look, guys. It is all of the things that, even though it's a different type of conflict of interest, but it is very similar to how Cowboys fans feel about Jerry Jones. It is
Okay.
very, very similar. Very similar. Like you are this and the this and the this and the this, and then you're down on the field, and then you're flying your helicopter at the practice, and we just want you to go home and drink your Johnny Walker Blue Label. So like it's very similar to that, and I mean, and you could say that having multiple positions within the same company is a conflict. It is. Just because it's your company don't mean it ain't no conflict. You don't see any other company doing nothing like that. Most people who own want to sit back, but I think it's that same feeling. It's that same feeling of goddamn, you are everywhere.
I think that this is a situation where, because there was no rules, because it's not been done before, we view this as not being a problem just because a rule hasn't been established. But anybody with a thinking mind knows that this is a conflict of interest. It doesn't take much to know that this is unethical. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and I agree with you that I think that in the when they do winter meetings and stuff, I can see this conversation coming up because it is unprecedented. It is something
Mhm.
that
Mhm. Yeah.
they've not seen, or and they've
Yeah.
never like really had an answer for. And now that you have somebody that is essentially doing these things, you do have to establish some boundaries. Now, I would not be surprised if they don't, because the NFL these days is acting like the United States of America, where they letting certain people do certain things. And
Ooh, talk about it. And don't say nothing about it. Funny to your
you know,
girl. It's funny.
so I wouldn't be surprised if,
Mhm.
but I think if you get enough people on the competition committee or whatever to pose a problem for it, then it will be discussed. And I think that it should be discussed.
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely. And I think it's going to be number one on the list going
Yeah.
forward because you're going to have, well, I'll tell you this, every team in the AFC West is going to have something to say.
Mm-hmm.
Every
1000%.
team,
As
every
they
team.
should.
AFC West, and then you got the AFC. So you're gonna at least have 16 teams. It's gonna be like, what's the first item on this agenda over here?
Yep.
I mean, and that is it's absolutely. And if we saw the tush push make it as far as it did, which I did not think that was gonna make it that far, if we saw that make it as far, oh, this is on the agenda right now. right now. I
Yep.
just don't know what they're going to be able to do about it with his job at Fox. Like
Nothing. Nothing.
I,
But but him being an owner, I think that you can say
that's what it's going to be. Yeah.
owners cannot be, owners cannot be broadcasters coming in doing and so on and so forth. They'll figure it out. It ain't our job to figure out. All I
No,
know
no,
is
no, 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 no. Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
they'll
because
figure it out.
the only other thing is sell your interest, and I mean Jay-Z had to sell his interest in the what's in the Brooklyn I almost said
Nets.
the Brooklyn
Mm-hmm.
Hornets. Child, the Brooklyn what? The Brooklyn Nets, and for I don't know if it was for same reasons, but I know it was due to some sort of conflicts or something
Yeah.
else he wanted to pursue. So, Tom might have to get that thing up. And he ain't all that great of a broadcaster for to be holding on to that baby. You need to get you a podcast like all the other people is doing. Yeah, and Tom Brady's podcast would be absolutely. I would listen because I think
I
he's
would.
funny.
And I think he's
Um,
very smart.
yeah, he's very smart, but I think looking at the game, he's not the TV talent that people thought.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a little bit more than just football acumen for that,
Yeah,
you
I
know.
agree with you. I completely agree. All right. Week two superlatives. So Chels really liked when we did this last week. So we're gonna keep the party going on the week two superlatives for the NFL season. Of course, that means we're gonna overreact about every single thing that's happened with all of these teams. And so, first off, let's talk about the most likely to cook. And we're not talking about like Russell Wilson cook. We're talking about the real type. Even though Russell Wilson did cook, he did cook. But all right, most likely to cook this season.
I I would have given this to well I'll go by game. I don't want to go by season because last time I said that somebody was barbecue chicken, they stunted on my team. I am going to say this week for week two, most likely to cook. I'm gonna say Michael Penix because I feel like ain't nobody talking about him. And as a current member of the Michael Penix Hive, and I have been a member for some years along with my beautiful co-host here. I think that people need to give him his props and let him work things out. And if for nothing else, because he got on a red do rag on.
Hey, yo, stop. Yo,
Let me tell y'all something. Let me explain y'all something about blackness. However black you think Lamar Jackson is,
mm-hmm.
Michael Penix way blacker. That's hey, I know in his locker there is a Crown Royal bag full of money.
Yo, shut up, please. Get out of my face. Stop.
In his locker, it's a Crown Royal bag full. That brother gonna cook this year.
Mm,
He is gonna cook. He cooked last week. I think he's gonna cook for the rest of the year, and we'll see if I've overreacted by next week.
yes, ma'am. Friend. I'm gonna go with this. You will not believe who I'm gonna say gonna cook.
Oh Lord.
You can't. I can't believe it. I cannot believe I'm about to say this. I'm about to say it. Just
I,
gonna say
can I guess? Because I think I know.
who.
Josh Allen.
No.
Oh. Why you say no so fast? Oh shit.
Not
Okay.
like that because I mean that's not like
Yeah.
that's not a wild thing. Daniel Jones, friend.
Oh.
Daniel
Hey. Hey. Look. Headphones on.
Jones. Daniel Jones.
I don't
Oh,
have no reason to disagree, though, but I'm like,
they plays the Titans this weekend, friend. The
hey,
motherfucker has been balling out in the AFC with the Indianapolis Colts. Child, what the hell is going on?
are the Giants the drama?
The Giants are the drama. The Giants are the drama. Saquon has flourished. Daniel Jones is starting to play well. McKinney has played well. I don't know what's going on, Frank. They might be the problem.
Uh,
They might be the problem. I'm
oh,
just saying
shit.
they're gonna. I mean, look, Daniel Jones might have another day,
Danny
friend.
Dimes.
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know what's gonna happen. All right,
Yeah.
who's the most likely to be cooked? AKA barbecue chicken alert.
Currently, the Dallas Cowboys secondary.
Oh, girl, bye. Okay.
All right, let me. You want me to give another one that's not personal,
Yes.
baby. My sweet little angel CJ Stroud. I'm
Oh my
so
God, that's
sorry,
who I
honey.
was gonna pick, the Houston
Oh,
Texans. Oh my God, I was picking the Tex. That was gonna be my barbecue
I'm
chicken
sorry.
alert.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
mm,
another offensive line that's poor. Another one.
they got my boy out here looking like he don't know nothing about nobody's national championship,
Mm,
nobody's
mm, mm,
Ohio, nothing.
mm.
Oh no,
Barbecue chicken alert, friend. The poor
baby.
Texans, baby. Uh, what my main man Baker said. Hey, watch this. Oh, two. I got three timeouts and a 2 minute warning. Watch this. Did it usher? Watch this. Watch this. Ah!
Oh, I hate you know how they did. I was like, D'Amico, stand up, get out there yourself, get on the
Yeah,
offensive line,
friend.
or pull him out.
Mm. Well, since you picked the Texans, I'll pick the Panthers. They just don't. They look miserable, and they play your Michael
Yeah,
Pittman Falcons this weekend. They look miserable.
they not having a good time. And the Panthers organization and the Panthers fans and everybody in Charlotte and South Carolina who support them have not been having a good time for a very long time.
Yeah, it's bad. It is. It is
Yeah,
absolute.
probably since the Cam Newton era, they have not
Yeah.
been really having a good time.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
All right.
Ugh.
Who is most likely to throw an interception this week?
Probably, I was gonna say Gino.
Yeah, I was gonna say Gino too, so now I gotta find somebody
But we
else.
can look. We don't need to have two.
Oh,
We can
I
just say
got one.
one.
I got
We can
one.
just say Gino.
You
Okay.
can say Gino. I'll pick one. Carson Wentz is playing for the Vikings this week.
Hey, what? How does Carson Wentz keep getting resurrected?
Yeah, I don't even understand. I forgot.
Lazarus Wentz.
I thought we buried him in the sand, friend. I just thought I don't even understand.
Ooh, child, that man got 9 lives.
He like a cat. I don't even
We
understand.
cannot.
Like, don't even know what happened, how we got back here, but we are back here, and Carson
Mm,
Wentz is
mm,
playing on his
mm.
sixth team in 6 years from. So, yeah,
Child.
yeah, I just don't see that being a good product, in my personal opinion. So, we will see. All right, who's last one? Who's most likely to save their season? You think?
Who's most likely to save their season?
Yes.
To save okay, who's most likely to
Like
save?
they're not doing too good right now, but now they got a chance to get it right this weekend. I'm gonna tell you for me.
You
Mine
get
is
you go. Yeah.
mine is Kansas City Chiefs. They play the Giants. I know the Giants. I know the Giants just had a field day. I get it. I understand. But yeah.
Kansas, yeah, I'm not even going to add anything to that because I think that that's sufficient. But I'm going to tell you this: Kansas City, don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. Don't don't let Russell last name Wilson, boy. You hey, you not you don't let it happen.
Don't do it,
Don't
friend.
don't
Don't
let
do
it
it.
happen.
Don't do it.
Don't
Don't
let it happen.
don't.
We're not gonna make it.
We're not
Don't
gonna
make
make
it
it, friend. We're not gonna make it. Okay. So that's just what we saying. All right. So let's us get into week 3 of the NFL season. And we do have a to be game of the week. I mean, it's kind of hard these days to kind of figure one out because yeah, everybody
early in the season is hard. Yeah.
it's hard, but we gonna make it do what it do. All right. So first off, you got let's see Thursday night football.
That might
Dolphins at Bills. That might be the two
that
game of
might be.
the week.
Hey, I was when I went. Hey, in preparation, I said it don't feel right making the Bills in a Tubi game, but that right there, baby.
I don't know, I think we need to change this up. The to be game
Game
of
of the
the week,
week.
week, week, week.
Yeah, that might be. Look, flipped it on you. That might be. We're gonna
Hey,
start with the
okay,
super game of the week. Hey,
because
let's,
I don't know if
let's
y'all heard. I don't
child.
know
I
if
know
y'all
what you
heard
go to.
Tua giving Josh Allen. He glazed him like a donut, baby. The way he praised
Listen,
him.
listen. Stand up.
I mean, he was blushing when he was
Stand.
talking about him. It was so embarrassing. Oh my god.
I was
Okay.
like, I could not believe that. I said, you ain't got no pride or no kind of
No
dignity at
pride. No
all.
pride. No pride.
All.
None. Okay. Yeah, so that's the Tubi game of the week. We started early because listen, I started looking at it and I was like, I think this is it. This is why Thursday games just don't be good. Okay. I don't even
Yeah.
know how, and they playing in Buffalo. Yeah.
Child, they gonna killing people up there.
I wouldn't. You
Lord
couldn't
have
pay me
mercy.
enough money to watch this shit, dog. I will find out on Friday morning how this ended because
Them
I'm not
Bills
watching.
fans is gonna go to that game just to entertain themselves.
Mm, mm, mm.
They going just to entertain themselves, and they are going to act a donkey.
Yeah, yeah. This is bad. I'm not even paying attention. So I think
Oh
we both got
man,
the Bills here. Um, Packers at Browns.
girl, Packers.
I mean, listen, my man Miles Garrett is a cyborg, but he don't, he's only one person. He can't do this.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Colts at Titans.
I'm gonna rock with your MVP. rock with your MVP.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna flip the script. I do think that he might have a good day, but I'm gonna go with Cam Ward and them. I'm gonna pick the Titans.
And that game is actually going to be fun to watch.
I
I
think
think
so
that
too.
game is going to be fun to watch.
I think so too
So,
because
yeah,
Cam has been playing well, so I think
yeah.
this will be fun. This also could have been the 2B game of the week because we know that Joe Burrow is not playing, and Jake. I like Jake Browning, but he's not Joe Burrow. So the Bengals go to Minnesota to play Carson Wentz and the Vikings.
Hey, I'm gonna choose the Vikings. No, I'm not choosing the Vikings. I'm gonna choose the Bengals
Okay, I'm
because
picking the Bengals. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm picking the Bengals too. Jake Browning did just fine when he came in and replaced
Yeah,
Burrow the last
yeah.
time. So, and Carson Wentz, I mean, I don't even know what the fuck he can do anymore at this point. Um, this could have been a 2B game of the week too, friend. Steelers at Patriots.
Child, who wants to watch it?
The
Who
fans of
wants
them
to see
teams, and
that?
that's it.
Who wants to see that?
It's
I'm gonna go with the Steelers, but I don't. Um, yeah.
the Stephon Diggs go off after Cardi B confirmed that he's the father of her unborn child.
Uh, I don't. I think he already knew.
I'm just saying, you said they ain't started. He ain't started yet.
He ain't
Oh,
lose him.
okay. Well, you know what? You got a point there, buddy. Rams at Eagles should be fun.
That should be a good one. I'll take the Eagles at home, but that should be a good one.
Yeah, I think I'm going with the Eagles at
They're gonna
home.
have to put up a fight.
Yeah, yeah, because Puka is that dude. So,
Yeah, buddy.
but I think Eagles find a way to win. Jets at Bucks. Bucks are putting their creamsicles on this weekend.
And they
I
gonna
don't know.
win
I don't
too.
know who the backup is for the Jets, but Justin Fields is not playing. That
Whoever it is, never heard of 'em. So, yeah, I'm going with the Bucks.
same. Raiders at Commanders. I think that Jaden Daniels may not play due an MCL sprain, and they lost Austin Eckler as well.
They did. They did. I don't know. It's hard to determine whether or not, I think if Jaden plays, I would pick the Commanders, but without Jaden, I mean that's the team right there. Especially his ability to pick up yards when there's nothing open. I think that Gino might come down there, and if he don't throw three picks, they might be able to pull it off.
Well, that's my problem. I don't trust Gino, and I think
Yeah, Gino.
Marcus Mariota is the backup here, so I'm cool with picking the Commanders here just because they do
Oh, okay,
have
okay. Yeah.
they do have a season vet. Falcons at Panthers. I think we both
Well,
agreed how this potentially will go. I don't think we'll
the
pick.
do rag is under the helmet.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. Um, Falcons it is. Texans at Jaguars. Do the
Mm.
Texans get a win today? I mean, on Sunday.
Yeah, they should. They should. Hey, sunshine is terrible. Mm. Sunshine. Does he need to change the scenery?
Yeah, he might.
Yeah, he might need to change the scenery.
No bueno, no bueno. I'm going with the Texans as well. Broncos at Chargers. Chargers are 2-0, child.
Child, they getting ready. Didn't we say they weren't gonna win that AFC West last week? And
Yeah, you went on.
clearly
You
we
went on.
don't.
You said all the things, and look
I
at you.
said all of the things. I am the drama. Um, uh, but that right there. Well, so I'm gonna pick the Broncos. I think that that defense is tough, and I think that losing Khalil Mack is going to even up things a little bit. So I'm gonna pick the Broncos.
Okay. All right. I am going with the Chargers here because I don't know what Bo Nixon and be doing on offense sometimes. All right. Saints and Seahawks.
Let me tell you something. This is. I got the bright idea that the 49ers without Brock Purdy could, that the Saints could take them. I was like, they can take them. Wrong. And so and so was my
Close
parlay.
though. They were close.
My parlay got busted. It was one game. It was
Damn.
the Saints. One game. Who was playing again? I don't even know what you said. Who is it?
Seahawks.
Seahawks. I'm going with the Seahawks just so the Saints might win, but I'm just gonna pick the
I'm
Seahawks.
going with the Seahawks because I trust Sam Darnold more than I trust anybody on the other side of the Saints. So there's that.
Is it Spencer Rattler?
Yeah,
Is it still
probably.
him? Okay, well,
Yeah.
okay.
Cowboys and Bears. We know Chels does not pick against her Cowboys, but also too like the Bears. Like I mean, they gonna hang around, I think, and be annoying and a nuisance. But I don't think that they have enough to stop Dallas. That's where I'm at with it.
Oh, I hope that's right. Sorry, Caleb.
Yeah, I think that
Mhm.
that's where I'm at with that. Um, Cardinals at 49ers.
I'm gonna pick. I'll pick the Cardinals.
Same. I'm going with the
Yeah,
Cardinals.
I'll pick
Yeah.
the Cardinals.
The 0-2 Bowl. Chiefs at Giants.
I'm picking the Chiefs, but
Okay.
the Giants. If you
I'm going to
boy,
sleep with that game. That's the Sunday night game. I will be going to bed. I don't care. That's the I don't care
you
game.
know whenever you plan to go to sleep during the game, you already know what's gonna happen. It's
I
gonna
know
end
they're
up
gonna
being a
say,
good
"Well, we're
game.
good. We're good." Then do that. Be a good
What?
game.
You said good
Okay.
at. I'll catch the highlights.
Good. Be a good game. No, and then maybe I'll open my eye and peek a little bit, see what's going on, and then turn back around and go later. And the Monday night game, Lions at Ravens.
I'm going to pick the Ravens.
I mean, this is hard because the Lions are really good on offense, but the way that they stunk the pot the first game, I don't know, friend. I just can't do that. So I think I'm gonna go with the Ravens at home. Those are our 3 week picks. Let's get through college football real quick. A lot of good games happened on Saturday. First
Hmm.
and foremost, Georgia and Tennessee in the thriller. I loved every bit of it. Now everybody knows I hate both of these teams. I am a Florida Gator fan, but Tennessee, all they had to do is kick a field goal to end it. And they couldn't do
Your
that.
coach is a bonehead.
They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it, dog. I laughed so hard, friend. Somebody had a false start, which kind of pushed them back
It was a,
5.
fi- it was, a, fi- and it was something else. It was something else.
Yeah, it was
You
something
know,
right
it was
prior to
something
that.
else that the coach should have done that he didn't do, and it might have made somewhat of a difference. But those false starts and everything, I was just like, oh, y'all stink. Come on.
Yeah, I knew. Look, like you said, I can't remember what it was, but whatever it was, I knew right then and there that this game was going into overtime. Then they had the
Yeah,
false start, and then they missed the kick. So then
yeah,
you can't give
yeah.
Georgia the opportunity. Georgia, yeah,
Don't
they
give them
go
no rope.
go into overtime. Georgia, of course, they scored. They meaning Tennessee scored a field goal, but then Georgia scores a touchdown. Game over, baby. But it was a
And y'all know in college overtime, you can't be kicking no goddamn field
yeah,
goals. You
right.
better
You're gonna
get
have to
it's
just go for it
touchdowns.
all.
You gonna
So
have to go for it all, right?
so
Yeah,
they did
I
that.
gotta start writing things down because I know that I posted and I said, Your coach is a bonehead. But
Yeah,
I did now. I can't remember why. But
I
I'm sure
can't remember
Tennessee
either.
Vols fans, y'all know why.
Yeah, but
Y'all
they
know
should be
why.
used to it by now, so it is what it is. Clemson falls to Georgia Tech. My favorite thing that Georgia Tech does is just like upsetting people
You
that
just show up randomly
they just randomly be winning these games, and I just
for
be
no
like,
reason.
I love it though. I love it.
Yeah, they just like whose day can we ruin? And then I also love that everybody starts posting bees.
I love it.
It was
I love
bees
it.
all around. Because any day that Dabo loses is a good day.
Any day, baby.
It's a good day.
Any day, it's a good day when Dabo Luther King loses. We love that around here. And then TAMU, aka ATM, they beat Notre Dame, and then they made Notre Dame 0-2. That was fun to watch. That game was a really good game. And then last but not least, Vanderbilt. So they played South Carolina, and Lenore Sellers exited the game with an injury. I think he had a head injury.
Hmm.
And hey, dog, if the quarterback is gonna get your skull dragged like that, you need more. You need more people. All I know
Yeah,
is that
yeah.
they lost 31-7, dog.
Especially in college when you're back when you yeah, because like and sometimes there's an advantage to a backup coming in because there's no gameplay on them. But you just gonna let them get smoked out like that? Boy, I remember when Vandy did beat us last year. I was just like, whoa, and that same boy, here you go again. Yikes.
Yeah,
Yikes on bikes.
beat them down to the break pass. Vanderbilt is no longer the team that you can just put as a
Player
W on the calendar.
Yep. They said play with somebody else, not with us.
I ain't mad
Um
at it.
but this is we are in a new timeline with college football
Mm-hmm.
where ranked teams getting beat by unranked teams is just going to be the common thing.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
it's going to happen every week, and I think that of course we have to have rankings for some reason just because of the system, but you can't just you got to take every team into consideration. I think the
Yeah.
the playing field is much more even than it was back when teams was just winning every game.
I agree. I completely agree. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely gonna get more interesting because now we're heading into week 4, where you start getting more into interconference play. Auburn plays Oklahoma, two ranked teams this weekend. Not ranked, my Florida Gators, but they played Miami, and no, they're not into conference, but this used to be a rivalry that they're trying to renew, so that should be interesting. And South Carolina and Mizzou, which is an inter conference play. So
Hmm.
we are going to start getting into the meat and potatoes of the schedule as we go along, and it should be fun. This is where, like, to me, week 4 is like where the action really starts, and so it'll be fun to see. All right, volcano time, Chels.
Mm.
Who are we putting in the volcano this week?
Ah, this was easy for me. I am putting Adrian Bronner is it Bronner or Bonner? Whatever. AB into the volcano this week. So, if you do not know what I am referencing and why he's going to the volcano, he was on, I almost said Cam Newton, Cameron and Mace's show, It Is What It Is,
Yes.
which is a sports talk show. And they have two female co hosts on the show. One of their female co hosts, Arabia Tiller, I think she's from the DC area. She is her handle is all 32 NFL. Very very smart young lady, young, only like 24 years old. Very smart, very well versed in all of those things. And so they had Adrian Bronner on the show. From what I hear, the show is recorded late at night, so it is likely that he was intoxicated. That doesn't mean anything to me. um, and so he had never seen Arabia in
I don't think
person.
it's Arabia that he was flirting with. It was the other girl. The girl that
Oh,
was in the
oh,
studio with
it was
them.
the girl in the studio. Oh,
Yeah.
that makes it even worse.
Yeah. The girl was in
Okay.
I can't remember her name, but the
Her
girl,
name is Stat something.
yeah, yeah,
But they
her.
were calling Arabia that. Oh,
Yeah, it's the
well.
girl in the studio that they used.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
thank you for clarifying that because I was so incensed by what was happening. Oh, well, anyway, he was saying, I've never seen you in person. I didn't know you were this beautiful and blah, blah. Oh, now it makes so much sense because I was just like, why would Arabia's boyfriend be in the studio and she's on camera? Duh,
correct.
Chelsea. So anyway, he was basically unable to control himself with the female host there. Unable to control himself. Cam made a couple of comments to reel him back in. And he kept going, and at first, and I saw a lot of comments about the laughing. And you have to understand that when people laugh, it's like that nervous laugh, and that is what that young lady and
I do it
Arabia was
too.
like,
I laugh uncomfortably
yeah.
all.
That's why I thought it was Arabia because she was just like that, and that is that uncomfortable laugh. I think even Cam and Mace had an uncomfortable laugh. They were like, huh, but you don't know how far something is going to go. Mace tried to throw it off and say, oh, Arabia, is that a new background? And the guy kept on going, and finally Cam said, hey, my man, you got to go. And he ended the show. He no one talks about this, but this is some smooth shit. He went in his little duffel bag and said, I'm gonna pay you for my time. Like he paid him like he was a hoe.
He did.
I don't think that Adrian Bronner really thought that understood what was going on by asking him to get off the show because Cam got over and went up to him. He was still sitting down. I was like, oh, they told you to leave, bro.
Yeah, they want him to
And
leave.
they say you gotta go. You gotta go. And I know Cam said, oh, her boyfriend is here. Her man. I think her man might work on the show. Um, but also then in another extended clip I saw where he said, her boy, that also that's like my sister or whatever. Um, I what you all saw in that is the discomfort that women feel a whole lot in those situations. And it immediately when he was like, I'm in love with you. And I was just like, oh, and that is my feeling thinking that he was actually talking to Arabia. I thought he was talking to Arabia this whole time, that whole time. Now, no, and I kept thinking, what if they were in person? Like, what if they were at a bar? Like what that shit is fucking dangerous.
Hmm.
And Cameron, although we have a lot of issues with Cameron sometimes, he can be very, very out of pocket, right? He was able to predict that this behavior was not going to stop. And he said, no, I ain't going to do it again. He said, I already told you 2 times. I already told you 2 times. And I think he should go in the volcano. He's a trash ass person. But what he did do, I am hoping, is shine a light on behavior that other men may see themselves in what he was doing. Like if somebody is clearly uncomfortable, also she's at work.
Hmm.
This is
Doing
the
her job.
equivalent of coming to somebody's job
Hmm.
and sexually harassing them.
Hmm.
I am in love. I want to marry you. What? Yo, that he is trash and he needs to go in that volcano. But I think you and I were talking and you made a good point in that he should have never been on the show.
To begin with,
He's not someone that should be around women.
I agree.
He cannot
You tried
control
to use them for
himself.
clicks and it backfired.
And it backfired. And for Cam to cut him off that show so quickly, you already know that the potential for that would have been way worse. So you should have never had him on there.
Yep,
You
there it
should have
is.
never had her on
Bad
there. So
judgment from the jump.
bad judgment from the jump. Sometimes all clicks ain't worth it. It's just like when somebody did that podcast with Nori did that podcast with Kanye West. You couldn't even post the podcast. You
Hmm.
shouldn't have never did it.
Yep.
So Adrian Bronner, you have to go in the volcano and do not come out.
Don't come out. Like
Do
seriously,
not
we want
come
to
out.
leave you in there. Like just stay there. I
Terrible.
am putting ESPN in the volcano, the execs over there. How they did Molly Quorum was
Oh
really
yeah.
fucked up. If you haven't heard, Molly Quorum is no longer at First Take. As you know, it came out that she would originally, it came out that she was leaving at the end of the year, and then She posted on her Instagram that she was not going to return. And then Stephen A. Smith talked about it at the beginning of the show, and then he talks about it more on his podcast. So the streets say that ESPN asked Molly to take a pay cut,
Okay.
in which Molly declined taking a pay cut. And when she declined, they then put out that she would be leaving at the end of the year without her knowledge.
Mm.
So,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
what?
So, yeah, so that's the word on the street. That's what the streets are saying. Streets are saying that the lady was asked to take a pay cut. When she said no, then they went on ahead and put it out there that she was not returning. Like that was not something she was aware of. So then she said, "Fuck y'all, I quit." And I mean, I don't know if she quit. She probably said, "I got all this PTO time. Just pay me out for the rest of the year. Fuck y'all."
Yeah.
And was done with it. And it is so saddening to see how far ESPN has fallen. They are a company now where they only pay a couple people, all this big money. And then everybody else, they're asking to take pay cuts over there, allegedly. And then, on top of that, the sports journalism aspect of it is essentially, I don't want to say gone because it's there, but it's not like it used to be. There's no longer around the horns, not there anymore. The sports reporters is not there anymore. E3 E60 is not, you know what I'm saying? Jeremy Schaap isn't doing the same thing shows that he used to do. So it's gone
Mhm.
from
Mhm.
sports journalism to shock journalism. And it's really unfortunate that y'all are letting these people leave because you want to pay them peanuts on the dollar. And that's not fair. That's unfortunate. I think that there's enough for everybody. You paying Stephen A. Smith all this money. Why does he have to get all the money? Spread the
This
love.
is what I'm talking about. Why he can't restructure to keep his girl on the show?
I just don't even understand. Like,
You making
so
all these heartfelt statements?
yeah, you doing all this talking, but you ain't. And
Yeah.
I'm not. Look, I'm not. Look, because we sat here and we talked about Angel Reese and the other Angel last week about that. So I get why people gonna be like, but my thing is like you champion for her so much, but to what degree? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it like, all right, well, a portion of my what's the name is I'll help because you're making more than enough money, quite frankly, more than you should
He
be
makes
making.
more than any other person in that is doing that thing, and there are many people that do it, that can do it way better than him, but he is doing it, and he is pandering, and he is, he is playing the straddling both sides of the fence, and he's doing all of the things, and it's all about him. And this is the fallout from that. Like, you're going to lose those co-hosts, you're going to lose the balance and stuff like that, and eventually people are not going to want to keep seeing. I can't believe that people actually turn the TV on.
Well, because people are, as humans, we are reactionary, right? I don't want
Yeah,
to sit
hate
here and say,
watch. Hmm.
I don't want to say we not bright. I think we like to see stuff so then we can respond to it,
So we
and
can respond to it. Yeah.
as opposed to simply just ignoring the people that we're not interested in hearing from and not ever seeing them again. I give the energy sometimes, not even all the time, when I see those clips on social media, but I don't watch First Take anymore. I don't watch those shows because
Mm-mm.
I'm not
I'm watching.
interested in those people that are involved. And it's unfortunate because there's people that I like. I love, Kimberly Martin, all these things. Oh, there's people I like on there. Peter Schrager now is there from NFL Network, but ultimately, I like those people, but I dislike the show way more. So it doesn't balance for me. It's not like I'm not. It's not enough for me to watch. Let me just.
Yeah.
It's just not enough.
Yeah, and I tend to go more towards sports radio, which are much smaller market people, your Sirius XM people, and your podcasts and things like that. I tend to go more towards that. I don't want to watch people shouting across the table at each other, trying to get reactions and things like that. And like I've talked about it before, my dad and my brother hate Stephen A. Smith, but all they do is talk about what Stephen A. Smith said that they hate.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know he said it? Turn it off. And
Mm-hmm.
I see you change. Like, my dad be mad as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Click. That's all
Yep.
you got to do. So that really is really sucks, especially when it happens to women in sports. It is already very difficult to get in some of these spaces, and that just sucks. And also, why would you do? She's been there for 10 years. Why would you do her so grimy?
Yep.
Like, why would you
Yep.
do her so grimy?
Yep.
And I'm
It's a
and good
nasty
on her for
business.
standing up for herself, and being like, well, y'all can just go. And I'm sure, I hope she will do well.
Me too. She was like, get somebody else to do it. I ain't mad,
Find
friend.
somebody else. Find somebody else.
Okay, get
Find
somebody else
somebody
to do
else.
it.
I'm not gonna be able to
So
do it.
ESPN, get your ass in that volcano. Y'all doing these people wrong,
Yeah,
and I
buddy.
don't like it. I don't appreciate it. It's nasty work. Now is the perfect time to get into some more independent journalism. If
Oh,
you're interested
absolutely.
in doing that, if you,
Hey,
it's the time.
it is
Okay.
the time. Unless you've been under a rock, this is the time to get into independent journalism. And we need independent journalism. We
Yep.
need people that are not tied to corporate agendas.
Yep.
So, yeah,
So there's
girl,
that.
launch
So
that podcast, sis. Launch it.
exactly. Launch it right. Launch it right now.
Launch the podcast.
All right. But before we go, any final thoughts?
So, my final thoughts are, if you are not watching the WNBA playoffs, you are missing out. The ladies have, the product is there, and we've been saying it and saying it and saying it. The product is there, and
Mm-hmm.
people are tuned in. These girls are scrapping. Like, it is amazing. Last night's the game 2 for the Aces and the Storm, my crash out queen, Skylar Diggins, my crash out girl is the crash out. She was goddamn stunting. And if you
Mm-hmm.
want to watch if you talk to anybody that is a true basketball head, like real hooper, real skills basketball, they are all in on the WNBA, and that is male or female. And so
Yep.
I'm so proud that everything is doing so well for them. Um, and last year won't that everything was, y'all know that lady, they was talking about that lady the whole time, but that lady ain't play but 2.5 games this year, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the ratings are still going up, 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 up. Our girl Angel Reese is dropping promo after promo.
Love it.
Listen.
Love
um
it.
Asia Wilson is, hey, I keep on telling y'all, that's the best basketball player in the world.
Yeah. And look, they know it, friend. They know it. They know it.
I don't know what you want. I don't know what else you want. Four
Mm-hmm.
MVPs. I don't know what else you want.
They know it.
I don't know what else you want. So keep going, y'all. I'm very excited on it. And one more little thing, because we were just talking about corporate greed or corporate mindset that is doing your own self a disservice. The WNBA, y'all are some dummies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The what is the Unrivaled League is worth quadruple what it was last year,
Yep.
and they about to be paying these players a shitload of money. And the WNBA had an opportunity to purchase, to invest in it, and they decided not to. Dummies.
Yep. Stupid.
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 Well,
Stupid.
hey,
Stupid.
everybody
Stupid.
going independent now, huh? So that's my final thought, y'all. Enjoy these playoffs.
Yes, yes, yes. So enjoy the playoffs. Yeah, my final thoughts is just enjoy the sports this weekend. I'm going to Miami. I'm not gonna enjoy it.
You're gonna have fun.
I'm not because the Gators ain't gonna do nothing but piss me off. But I'm already prepared to be pissed, so it is what it is. I've already paid for this trip, so my son and I are going. We're gonna have a good time. Uh, Aside from the fact that they about to get on our fucking nerves, so just enjoy your weekend. Be safe out there this weekend, and have some great football. Maybe not from the NFL perspective, but from college, there's some really good games that's coming up. So,
Mhm.
partake in all of it. I think we should all just get into it and be done with it, friends. So, thank you all
Yeah.
for listening, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.